Welcome back to the Beast Speak blog. This is a series where I tell you what the Beast has been saying to me and how I overcame it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Beast is that enemy voice inside you. These ideas are applied to addiction in Jack Trimpey's work, Rational Recovery. I'll link Virginia's story in the description box below. It's a good place to get started. So I'm reading a book called Mind for Change by Richard Bandler, and he wants you to really get clear about the internal processes, the pictures and the sounds that flash in your mind and move you toward or away from certain patterns in your life. He thinks that if we can describe in enough detail the internal prompts that flash in our mind, we can teach other people how to duplicate our experience. He gives the example of waking up in the morning. He thinks if an early riser can coach someone who always gets up late, their exact thought processes, they can teach them how to get up early. So I started to do it myself. When I get up in the morning, first thing I'm conscious of is a warm, soft voice that says, "I'm awake." I don't open my eyes yet, but it's not hard. It just feels right not to open my eyes. My eyelids are real heavy. So I stretch out my legs until they're stiff and enjoy that for a minute, and then I swing my feet around and sit up. And then I finally open my eyes. I never noticed that before, that was my process, so it was interesting to see that. So after I started doing the exercises in the book, I started noticing my internal images more and the voices I would hear prompting me to do things. I was sort of unconscious to it before that. So this time when the Beast flashed images in my head, I listened not just to the words, but to the sound of the Beast's voice. I want that. I didn't notice anything different in just the sound of the voice, like it was just my usual calm voice. But later on that night it struck me where I had heard that voice before. Just before COVID hit, days before the lockdown, I was riding the bus and there was a tension in the air, and there had been a few cases reported near us, so no one was in a talking mood. So this woman standing in the back stairwell passed out while we were driving down the street. And I looked to my fellow passengers and nobody seemed to know what to do. Everyone seemed lost for words. And I realized that this woman's time was running. Who knows what she needed, emergency medical attention she needed. It was important to say something as soon as possible. So I knew if they weren't going to speak up, I was going to have to. So I called out to the bus driver, "Bus driver, someone's sick back here." And that's the voice. That's my take charge voice. So the Beast was hijacking that voice and all the nuanced and subconscious implications of that voice. It was a layer of the Beast speak that I never was aware of before. So later on, when the Beast came back with its usual refrain, "I want that," I matched the voice, the tone and the speed. I conjured up that take charge voice and said, "I don't want that." And the Beast went silent. I couldn't believe it. I stood there for like a minute listening, and I was waiting for it to come back and just have the same usual prompt, and it wasn't there. I don't know if it was my focus and effort to match the voice that had changed my attention from the urge and onto something else, or if it was a different reason. I don't know why it worked, but it worked immediately. I hope you guys will try that. Start with some auditory prompts that are like more innocent, not necessarily the Beast, but see if you can modify the speed or the voice that's used in your internal prompts. And then when the Beast rears its ugly head, you will have had a little bit of practice before you try going up against the Beast with that. Okay, rule yourself, defeat the Beast. Anything less is bowing down. See you again soon. Thank you.